Hello and thank you for joining me today. Deborah Curran here, and we're going to be doing balance poses today. Now I would recommend before you start this practice that you either do some meditation, or if you don't have a meditation practice, just to sit quietly with your eyes closed, focusing on your breath for 5 or 10 minutes before you start this practice. So just pause the video and then come back. You'll find that your balance poses will just be that little bit more steadier, more focused if you just come into stillness first. Okay, we'll make a start. We're going to warm up first of all. We'll do Adho Mukha Virasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, Child's Pose and Dog Head Down. So if you come off your block and sit back on your heels, knees apart. Coming forward, taking your hands forward, be on your fingertips to start with, look towards the front end of your mat, move your upper back in, push your hips back and down, then flatten the hands and let your head come down towards the floor. Couple of breaths here. And then up you come into dog head down. So lift the hips up, have the heels high to begin with, just pedal your feet out. So you're bending and straightening one leg at a time, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. And then let both heels come down towards the floor. Check that your upper arms are rolling out. Press the thumb and first finger down into the floor. And then chest towards the thighs. Lift the kneecaps, pull the thigh muscles up, press the thighs back. And then release. Back into Child's Pose, Adho Mukha Virasana. And then we'll come up into Dog Head Down, raising one leg. So we're going to do this keeping the hips level first of all, and then we'll take the leg really high. So first of all, dog head down, bring your feet closer together and then raise up your right leg, but you're trying to think of your hips staying looking at the floor, your hip bones staying looking at the floor and your pelvis staying level. So flexing that right foot, take that right foot just to hip height, move the chest towards the thighs, press the left heel down into the floor. And look through to see your right foot and turn the toes down, which will help to get the hip to turn down. And then release. And then we'll go to the other side. So left leg raised, just to hip height, taking the chest through, turning the toes of that left foot down towards the floor. Let your head hang, push the mat away with your hands, both legs straight. Extend into the back heel and then release. Rest in Child's Pose. And then this time we'll take the leg as high as you can. So not worrying too much about what the hips are doing. Raise the right leg. Open the hip on that right side. Move your chest towards your thigh. You can point the toes on this one. And then release. And change sides. Left leg up, nice and high. Think standing splits as you do this. Lift the leg high. Push the right heel down. And then release. And then from there, walk towards your hands. End up with your feet hip distance apart. And either have your hands on your shins, if you can't straighten your legs and touch the floor. If you can touch the floor, have your fingertips on the floor, look forward, breastbone lifting, concave the upper back, and then go all the way down to a forward bend. If you can take your hands further back by the sides of your feet, and if you can flatten your hands, then please do. Otherwise, just keep your hands on your shins. One more breath, deep breath in. Exhale as you lengthen the crown of the head down. And then remember, you can always come up with bent knees if you've got any back issues. Otherwise, Hands on your hips, draw the abdomen in, and up you come with a flat back. And then stand in the centre of your mat in Tadasana. So feet together, big toes together, toes spread. Feel grounded through the feet. Just bend your right leg and then stretch the heel back before you place it down again. Bend the left leg, stretch the heel back before you place it down again. Lift all 10 toes off the floor. Place the big toes down, spread the other toes, and then place them down. Now lift the kneecaps, lift the thighs, lift the breastbone, crown of the head up. Make sure your tailbone is moving down, your pubic bone is lifting up. And then we're going to go into just see what our balance is like today. So taking your arms up, stretch up, come up onto the balls of the feet, looking straight ahead. Try and find your dristi point, something just to focus on, something still. And then release the arms. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out once more. Inhale, arms up, and then come right up onto the balls of the feet. Lift the heels high, lift the crown of the head, lift the chest, and then release. So 2 things to focus on really. Your breath, you can't balance for very long if you're holding your breath, so you have to breathe normally. And your core, you need to draw that tummy in slightly to get the core strong so that you can be stable in the pose. So now taking the weight onto that left foot, keep the toes of that left foot spread. Just take your hands onto your hips and raise your right leg and hold it there. And now lift the chest, draw the abdomen in, lift the crown of the head. From here, take the knee out to the side. Doesn't matter if you wobble, if you fall out, just come back to it. And then come back to the centre and release. And some days we're just more wobbly than others, so don't worry about it. Right toes spread, right foot grounded, raise your left leg. Draw the abdomen in, lift the chest, and then take that knee out to the side. Stay looking straight ahead, and then come back to the centre, and then release. And then just bend your knees. And now we'll do Vriksasana, tree pose. So turn your right foot out to the side. So get a rotation in the hip. Use your hand to bring this leg up. Now, if you're not used to this, you can bring your foot lower down on your leg. But if you can, the heel comes right up into the groin area. So the standing leg, the left leg is straight. So pull that kneecap up, pull that thigh up. Push the foot against the thigh and the thigh resists against the foot. Bring your hands to your chest. Lift the crown of the head, lift the chest. Draw the abdomen in and then inhale, take the arms up. Now if you've got very flexible shoulders, you might be comfortable bringing your hands together and stretching the arms up, trying to bring them closer to your ears. For me, it's a little scrunched up around the neck, so I draw the shoulders down and have the hands slightly shoulder width apart, slightly wider. Holding it there. Now you have to breathe, you have to keep the abdomen drawing in and up. You have to reach your fingertips up to the ceiling and then bring the hands together, hands to chest, and release the right foot, release the hands and bend the knees. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go to the left side. So turn the left foot out. Make sure your right foot hasn't moved, it's stayed straight, the foot is grounded, and using your hand to bring that leg up a little higher if possible, or lower if you need to. Keep your right hip gripped in, don't let it pop out to the side, bring your hands together. Maybe take the knee a little further back. Get your balance first, your dristi point, and then take the arms up, inhaling. Exhaling, relax the shoulders. Inhale, crown of the head up, chest up. Exhale, shoulders down. If you want to bring your palms together, then please do, and stretch the hands up. And then bringing the hands together, releasing the leg, releasing the arms. Just bend your knees, deep breath in, deep breath out. Just to make sure you're breathing on this one. When we go up this time, we take the hands up. We're all going to bring the hands together. And then you're going to exhale as you bring the hands down. So the fingers point towards the floor and the elbows are up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhale, hands to chest. So let's go again. Right foot up, hands to chest. Look straight ahead. Breathe in as you take your hands above your head. Breathe out as you bring the fingers down behind your head. Elbows up, armpits open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to chest. Release the leg. Just bend the knees. And we'll go to the other side. So left leg up. Hands to chest. Breathing in. Arms up. Breathing out. Hands behind you. Inhale, hands up. Exhale. Armpits open. Elbow point stretching up. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to chest. Release the leg. Bend the knees and release the arms. Okay, eagle pose. So we're going to do the arms first. Let's just cross your left arm over your right arm over your left. Give yourselves a hug. So you're walking your fingers towards each other at the back. And then cross the arms. Elbows up, shoulders down. So you should feel a strong stretch across the upper back. Breathing in, elbows up, breathing out, relax the shoulders. One more breath, inhale, exhale, and then release. And we'll do the other side. So left arm over right, give yourselves a hug, walk your fingers towards each other, and then wrap your arms. Breathing in to lift your elbows up, breathing out as you relax the shoulders down away from your ears. Breathing in, breathing out, inhaling and exhaling, and then release. So when we come to do the legs part of this pose, a lot of people feel that they can't get their toes to wrap behind their calf. That's absolutely fine, you know, it depends on the shape of your legs. But if you want to try, then use a wall and take your right leg up and cross it over and wrap it round your calf and just see where it goes to. If you can't do it by the wall, then yes, your body shape isn't allowing for your foot to go round your calf. That's absolutely fine. And then come back to the centre of your mat. So let's bring the hands into prayer position. Bend the knees. Keep the left leg nice and bent and raise the right leg nice and high. Cross that right leg over, wrap it round. See if you can get the toes to wrap around the calf, and then bring the knees back to the centre. You're concentrating on keeping the hips facing forward rather than going off to the side. And then release the leg, release the hands, bend the knees, come back to Tadasana. And then hands into prayer position. Bend your knees and take your left leg nice and high. Cross it over, wrap it round. And then go down a little lower. Knees to the centre, hands to the centre. Breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze the legs tightly. And then release the legs and release the hands. Right, let's do both together. Inhale, arms up. Swing your right arm underneath your left. elbows up, shoulders down. Take your right, so bend both legs. Take your right leg up, cross it over, wrap it round, and then come down lower. Now lift your elbows up, draw your shoulders down, squeeze your arms tightly, squeeze your legs tightly. Try and bring your hips to face forward, not going off to the side. One more breath. Try not to let your body come forward. You're trying to keep your back straighter. Your tailbone is tucked. And then release your legs, release your arms. Have a breath before we go to the other side. Inhaling. Left arm underneath the right. Elbows up, shoulders down. Bending the knees and taking the left leg up, crossing it over, wrapping it round. Square up the hips, bend the knees a little more. Elbows up, shoulders down, and hold it there. Now just check that your tailbone is tucking under. So maybe take the weight back into the heel a little, lean back slightly so you're not bringing the body forward. And then release the legs, release the arms, and then just have a little lie down on your back. Feet as wide as the mat and knees touching. Tailbone long. Have a couple of breaths. And then hug your knees into your chest. Little roll from side to side. And then rolling over to your right side and coming back up into standing. So you're going to need your bricks or something to put your hand on. We're working in Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, and we're going to approach it from Trikonasana. So let's take your your left foot to the edge of your mat, the left side of your mat, right to the edge, in the centre. And take your legs wide and turn your right foot all the way out. So lifting and rotating the thighs, hips facing forward, stretch your arms out. And we just come into Trikonasana first. So breathing in, breathing out as you stretch over into Trikonasana, legs straight, triangle pose, looking up at your top thumb, turning the chest. And then inhale and up you come. So this time into Ardha Chandrasana. So we're bending the front knee. The brick needs to be on your little toe side and about a foot in front, so that your thumb is in line with your little toe when you're in the balance. So stretching the arms out, lifting the chest, breathing in, breathing out into triangle again. Turning the chest, looking up, rotating the thighs, and then drop the top arm down onto your hip. Bend the right leg, reach your hand forward to the block, hop your back leg in and up, and then sort out your top leg first before you straighten your bottom leg. So flex the foot, then straightening the bottom leg, opening up in the hip, and then taking that top arm off. Some of you won't need to have the brick that high. Some of you will be able to take your hand to the floor. And then extending into the heel, opening the chest, breathing, steady, hold it there. One more breath. Now when you come down, we're coming back into Trikonasana. So bend the right leg, step or hop it back to the back of your mat, come through triangle pose, inhale and up you come. Feet facing forward, and then step or jump your feet back together. Okay, and then to the other side. So you're starting with the right foot on the edge of your mat and your legs wide. Turn the right toes in slightly, turn the left foot and leg out. Check that you've got your brick in the right position, and we're just doing Trikonasana first. So lift and rotate the thighs, breathing in, breathing out as you come into triangle pose. Looking up at your top thumb, turning the chest, lean back slightly. Make sure the outer edge of your right foot is pressing down, the arch is lifting. The big toe on that left foot is pressing down. And then inhale and up you come. Keep the legs where they are. And get ready to do Ardha Chandrasana on the other side. So stretch into the fingers. Grip the upper arm muscles in. Inhale. Exhale over into triangle pose on this side. Now drop the top arm down onto your hip. Keep your left foot grounded. Don't let it move. It wants to swivel over to the side or move to make it more easier for you. Try and keep it straight. But bend the left leg. Hop the right foot in and up. And then whichever height you need for your brick, or taking your hand to the floor. So you're using your brick to get the opening in the chest. If you find that your chest is looking down at the floor, then please take your brick higher. Stretch the top arm up, extend into the heel. The back foot should be flexed. Feel as if you're being pulled by your heel and pulled by the crown of your head. So you've got two-way stretch from fingertip to fingertip and from heel to the crown of the head. Try and open up in this top hip. Try and roll the top hip away from the bottom hip. And then when you're coming down, bend the front knee, step or hop it all the way back to the back of your mat, into triangle pose, and then inhale and up you come. Turn the feet to face forward and step or jump your feet back together. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. We're going to work on Warrior 3 pose, Virabhadrasana 3. And for this, I'd like you to be able to use a wall or a door. Because in Virabhadrasana 3, you want your hips to be level. And we're going to be approaching it from Warrior 1. So let's do our, let's think about our hips first. So I want you to first of all start with your facing the wall and get your distance. So take your leg up the wall, leg straight, then turn yourself around. And if you start with nice height, it's just easier to get the hips level, and then you can come down a little bit. So from there, with your feet together, inhale, arms up, and exhale, arms down. So your hands are on the bricks, or a chair if you haven't got any bricks. And then take your right toes back. Draw a line with your toes. As you take your right toes back, look back, place them on the wall, and look to see that your toes are turning down. So if your toes are turning out to the side, it's very likely that your hips won't be level. So if you turn your toes down, your hips, your pelvis will be more likely to be level. Okay, push the ball of the foot and the heel into the wall, both legs straight. And then release. Let's come up. Have a breath. When you do this, try and make sure that your leg, I'll take the other leg up, your ankle, your knee and your hip are in line. So don't be having the leg too far forward or too far back. Okay, let's go to the other side. So inhale, arms up, exhale, forward bend, hands onto your bricks, and then take your left leg up. Place the foot on the wall, look back to see that the toes are turning down. Think about your pelvis being level. And then if you can, then take your blocks flatter or take your hands to the floor. Put both legs straight. Push the ball of the foot into the wall, push the heel into the wall. Lift the kneecaps, lift the thighs. Hips level. Okay, and then release. Hands on your hips and up you come. So we'll do that the other way round now, and you've got to think of your foot, your toes turning down. So just turn round, and we're coming into half Uttanasana. Have your hands flat on the wall. Look towards your skirting and then take your right leg up. Don't take it too high, you're thinking of keeping the hips level. Turn your toes down. So your right hip will feel like it wants to lift. Keep it looking down towards the floor. Try and make the sides of the body long, so push the wall away with your hands. And then release. Come back up. It is best when you do this to start with your hands at waist level, so you know that the hands are in the right position, and then step back into your half Uttanasana. And then we'll go up with the left leg. So draw a line with your foot. Look through to see that the toes are turning down. Feel that the hips are level. Push the wall away. Try and keep the sides of the body long. Straight legs. And then release. Okay. And then just get rid of your bricks. And come into standing in the centre of your mat again for Virabhadrasana 1 into Virabhadrasana 3. So with the toes spread, good Tadasana. Step or jump your feet wide. Stretch your arms out. Turn the palms to face up. Roll the upper arms from the inside out. And then taking the arms up, draw the shoulders down. Now turn the left toes well in. Turn the right foot and leg all the way out. And bend the front knee. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the pubic bone up, reach the arms up. Feel the stretch from the armpit to the fingertips. And then inhale and up you come. Turn the feet to face forward, rest the arms. Keep the legs nice and wide. Take a breath. Inhale, arms up again. Turn the right toes well in. Turn the left foot and leg all the way out. Turn the hips, turn the chest. And bend the left leg. Lift the pubic bone up, reach the fingers up, draw the shoulders down. Keep that back leg straight and strong. Try and keep your arms by your ears. Pubic bone lifting. And then push on that front heel, straighten the front leg. Turn the feet to face forward and release. Just step your feet back together. And have a breath. Okay, so Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Use your core, stretch from your fingertips to your heels, keep both legs straight and breathe. So let's start. I'm going to start with the left foot on the edge of the mat so that you can see me. I'll go off camera otherwise. And stretching the arms out. Turning the palms to face up. Your little fingers should be higher than your thumbs. And then keep that rotation in the upper arms as you take the arms up. Draw the shoulders down. Turn the left toes well in. Turn the right foot and leg all the way out. And then bend the front knee. Deep breath in. Deep breath out as you bring your body down. Hop your back leg in and up. Reach through to the fingers. Stretch back into the heel. Draw the abdomen in and breathe. Whoops. And and then step back into warrior one, and then release. So as you saw then, I wobbled. It's hard to talk and balance at the same time. So when you're in your balance, try and focus on your breath. Your gaze should be about 4 feet in front of you along the floor, and tummy, abdomen engaged, and breathe. Let's try the other side. So, stretching the arms out, turning the palms, taking the arms up, right toes well in, left foot and leg out, all the way round into warrior one, Tadasana one pose, pubic bone lifting. So now draw the abdomen in, lift the arms by the ears, straight arms, back leg strong and straight, inhale. Exhale, body down, leg up, body down, leg up. Stretch into the fingers, stretch into the heel. Look along the floor in front of you. And then when you're ready, step back into warrior one. Straighten the front leg, turn the feet to face forward, and bring your feet back together. Well done, everybody. Have a little rest on your mat and hug your knees into your chest. And just observe how you feel. So as I say, some days we're more wobbly than others. Sometimes our minds are calmer than others. Don't worry about it. It's called yoga practice. So we just have to keep practicing. One of the benefits of doing balance poses is that it helps to stave off diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's, because the part of the brain that you use to balance is the same part of the brain that's affected by those diseases. So even if it's just that reason, keep practicing your balance poses. Namaste.